Prove limit of 3x squared plus 5 as x approaches to 2 is 17. Given any epsilon greater than 0, we choose delta greater than 0 to be something. Absolute value of fx minus L is going to be lesser than epsilon, right? So therefore, absolute value of 3x squared plus 5 minus 17 is going to be lesser than epsilon. And of course, for my delta, absolute value of x minus 2 is lesser than delta. Now I try to simplify this. 3x squared plus 15 minus 17 minus 12 is lesser than epsilon. And if I take it to the 3 parentheses, x squared minus 4, absolute value of this, of course, lesser than epsilon. 3 times absolute value of x squared minus 4 is lesser than epsilon. And this is going to give me 3 times absolute value of x minus 2 times absolute value of x times 2 is lesser than epsilon. The issue is, until now, we just used the definition and we got something really simple that it just gave us the answer, but as we can see, we have 2 terms here this time, so I need to do something else. What am I gonna do is, the method we're gonna use that. We will take the part in the delta's definition, absolute value of x minus 2, right? Let's change the color, so we will say this is lesser than any number, okay? Doesn't matter. For make it easier, I'm gonna say 1. And now my goal is to get the x plus 2 in this limit. So therefore, I can find an epsilon value. Okay, so this is telling me that, and now how can we do it? If we add 2 to every side, x is going to be lesser than 3, right? Actually, we could have just added 4, right? But it's okay. X plus 2 is lesser than 5 and greater than, this part doesn't matter for us. We need this part, okay? Now I take this again. 3 times absolute value of x minus 2 times x plus 2 is lesser than epsilon. For x plus 2, I'm gonna write 5 now. So 3 times 5 times absolute value of x minus 2 is going to be lesser than epsilon, which is going to tell me absolute value of x minus 2 is lesser than epsilon over 15. I found the delta. My delta was epsilon over 15. But this is not correct, of course. Well, this is not wrong, but not fully correct as well, because we said absolute value of x minus 2 is 1 here, lesser than 1 here. So therefore, our delta is going to be minimum of epsilon over 15 and 1. So we are picking the smaller of these two numbers, these two values. So then I can say lesser than delta implies 3x squared plus 5 minus 17 lesser than epsilon.